Hi FlossTube, it's Jen from Delicious Threads. Today is Friday, March 30th, 2018, and this is my March update. Last time I recorded, I talked about how we were house hunting, and we found a house. We are in contract. We're going to close on the house in about 2 weeks, and we're moving 3 weeks from today. So things are going to be super crazy around here very soon. I'm glad that I was able to get some stitching in this month because I think the next 3 weeks are probably going to be very busy and very crazy. I've been working on still going through the house stuff and decluttering and purging to make the move easier, and there's still just so much stuff. Every time I finish an area, I open up a new door and I'm like, wow, how is this stuff multiplying while I'm sleeping? I don't know what's going on. So that's gonna have to continue, and I have a feeling that the day or two before we move, I'm just gonna be throwing stuff in boxes. But we love this new house. It's basically everything we could hope for in a house, and I'm really excited. So 3 weeks. So this is my last video that I'll record in this house. That's exciting and sad all at the same time. Yeah, I'm just gonna be excited. So I'm really excited about that. That's the biggest news that I have from this past month. I did do some stitching this month, not as much as I had been doing. Most of my stitching was in the car at pickup time, and there were some nights where I just was too tired and I didn't even stitch. I'd sit on the couch and fall asleep, needle in hand, and no stitches happened. I did have 2 new starts. One of those starts I finished, and I also worked on an old whip. So the first thing that I started was Hands-On Design A Year in Chalk May. And this is the one I talked about in the last video, and I showed you the threads I was going to use. And it says Plant Seeds of Joy. And it's hard to see the green. You can see a little better there. And I'm using Threadworks cottons for this. And the green that I used is 1048. And it's really pretty. And then if you haven't tried Threadworks yet, I really suggest that you try it. And I just saw before recording this video that Trisha from 3L Threads is going to be a Threadworks distributor. So if you haven't tried them yet, maybe check out her group. I'll link it down below, and you can get some from her to try out. So that was my first finish, or that was my only finish. That was my first start. The second project that I started is Yellow Submarine by Blackbird Designs, and I only have my working copy. I'll put a picture in of what it'll look like finished here. And this is what I have so far. I'm stitching it on the called for fabric. It is 32 count cedar plank by Lakeside Linens. It's kind of like a brownish gray. I think it's really pretty. It's charted in gassed threads, but I'm just using the regular DMC. I did sub one of the colors, this darker gold yellow. The color conversion that they gave for DMC was too close to the lighter yellow, and you could barely see the difference when they're stitched next to each other, so I changed it out. And I can't remember what number it is, but I'll put it down below here so you can see. And I really love the way this is turning out. I love the colors. And it's really fun to stitch up. And there's a Sal group for this. A lot of the NorCal stitchers, we all started one of the Blackbird Designs Beetles charts. This is one of the Beetles ones, and other people are stitching different ones. There are a couple people stitching Yellow Submarine also, but this is the hashtag we're using. I'll put it here. I think it's just Blackbird Beetle Sal, and you can check this out and you can join us. You don't have to be a NorCal stitcher to join us on this. This one's gonna end up being a present for my dad, I think. He really loves the Beatles, so I think that'll be a good gift. And the whip that I worked on is Satsuma Street's Emerald City, and I'll put a picture in of what it'll look like finished here. And I'll also put in a picture of what it looked like before I started stitching. So the last time you saw it. And this is where I'm at. So I finished up all of the green and the Emerald City. I do need to go back and do the back stitch for the flags. And I am now stitching a sea of blue and some of the yellow brickwork. And this is on a piece of Monaco, 28 count Monaco that I did myself, kind of like a pale aqua color. It looks really blue in the pictures. It's hard to get the true color. But yeah, I originally started this on like a gray fabric, and then I saw someone stitching it on aqua fabric, and I thought it looked super awesome. So I needed to dye a piece for myself. So there we go. So I've really enjoyed working on all these pieces. In the coming month, with things being crazy, I'm probably going to try to start the next hands-on design yarn chalk piece, because it's a good one to keep in my purse or to just grab really quickly on the way out the door. And then I'll probably hold on to one larger project, maybe Yellow Submarine, so that I have that one to stitch at night. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and pack up all the rest of the stuff, because my crafting things are probably the first things that I can know that I'm not necessarily going to need in the next month, and go ahead and get those things packed up. But I'm going to pull out a couple things to work on. So the next year in chalk for hands-on design is June, and it's Catch a Wave. And I don't really like the brown color. I know it's probably supposed to be like sand colored, but I am going to stitch mine in this blue, and it's kind of like a dusty gray blue. It looks more, this looks really blue on the screen. In person, it's more of like a really dark turquoisey color, or like a dark aqua. And I think I'm going to change which parts of this are blue and which are white. I'm thinking maybe I'll make the whales the blue color, and maybe the waves. I'm not sure how that'll look, but I'm going to play with it a little bit and figure out how I want to use the blue. But it is going to be a little different than this. And my blue is 1052. So that's the only planned new start. I don't know. So only other things I have to share with you. I haven't been buying anything. I've actually been selling a lot of stuff I was selling stuff on Stash and Load, and then my albums were deleted somehow. So I've been selling things on Stash Unloading, cross stitch only, and that's been going really well. I am probably gonna have to pull some stuff down in a couple of weeks so that I can pack things up, whatever I haven't sold yet. But for right now, I've got things up there. So if you're interested, go search my name on the Stash Unloading site, and you can see some of the things that I have. One thing that I had as a purchase before my last video, but I forgot to show you guys, was the set of the new DMC. I got this one from Trisha of 3 All Threads, and the link will be down below. I don't know if she has any more of these. She did a little while ago, but yeah, I don't know if she has any more. I opened it up to peek in there, but I haven't done anything with it yet. There are the colors. And I think I will probably take them out and go ahead and wind them on bobbin so I can put it with my master set. And then I'm not sure what I'll do with the tin. I don't know. I thought about maybe putting some little supplies in it, and then I could have this nearby wherever my little stitching spot is going to be, but it's a little bit bigger than I remember it being when I was thinking about that. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually keep the tin or not. But yes, so I have these. I've seen that some patterns are starting to come out for that. So I think the new Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, one of the new square ones, April Showers, I think that I heard that one has some of the new colors in it. So maybe I'll have to stitch that up so I can use some of these. The last thing I want to show you guys is my son's cross-stitch project. I realized after I finished recording my video for April that I forgot to show you his progress. So this is his progress from the last couple of months. Remember, he is stitching Beekeeper by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I will put a picture in of what it will look like finished. And this is where he's at. So he's got some of his metallic, and he is using Petite Treasure braid. And it's looking great. His stitches still look awesome, and he was able to stitch all of this jar all by himself and needed very minimal help. There are a couple of threads that we do need to fix, just in the white where something got stuck, and I think one of the threads accidentally got cut, but I'm going to help him fix that up. There we go. Thank you so much for all of the kind comments in my last video, or in 2 videos ago, about his stitching. I told him about all of the compliments that he was getting, and it made him feel really, really good. It also made him, like, he's pretty shy, so he was like, oh, but I know it made him feel really good about it, and then he wanted to stitch, like, nonstop for days after that. So that's it. Quick video. I really wanted to make sure I got a chance to check in with everybody before things get super crazy here. Last video in this house. I'll have to find a good place to record in the new house. The new house has lots of natural light, so I'm imagining myself like stitching everywhere, and like everywhere's going to be a good spot. So I'm sure I'll be able to find a good place to record videos as well. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for coming back. If you're a subscriber, if you're new, welcome. Thanks for, spending some time with me today. And until next time, happy stitching.